Hello, very good evening. This is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. I welcome you all to today's Data Analyst Power BI program. Before starting the session, I just want to give some intro about our training institution and about our social media platforms as well. Let me start with our YouTube channel. Okay, so this is our YouTube channel, Raj Informatica Real-Time Hands-On Job-Based Training. Okay, if you just go to the video section here, just go to the video section here. Okay, so we have 36K subscribers and 470 plus videos we have uploaded already. If you just scroll down here, you can see there are many videos related to AWS data engineering, artificial intelligence and machine learning, Snowflake, Informatica, okay, Power BI, okay, so and many other tools videos are available here. Just visit our channel once, just visit our channel once, subscribe to our channel so that you'll get all our future videos updates as well. Whenever we upload any new video, you can get the update here. Okay, yes. So let me show our website. This is our website, razinformatica.com, and this is the home page. Okay, so initially it was Raj Informatica, and now it is Raj Cloud Technologies. Okay, we have changed our institute name from Raj Informatica to Raj Cloud Technologies. You can see here at the left top corner, you can see Raj Informatica is now Raj Cloud Technologies. Okay, you can see these things as well. This is our home page. Just scroll down a bit. Just scroll down a bit. You can see. So we have a different courses like generative AI, Informatica IDQ and CDQ, AWS data engineering, Azure data engineering and Databricks, Snowflake in the combination of DBT and ADF, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud IICS IDMC, artificial intelligence with machine learning, cybersecurity, Power BI, Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst Program, GCP Professional Certification Training, SAP S4 HANA and FICO Training, Python Full Stack Development, Python for AI and ChatGPT, Salesforce Training, and AWS and DevOps. These are the trainings that we are offering right now. These are the trainings that we are offering right now in our training institute. Okay, so apart from these things, so we have a new section called upcoming free live sessions where you can see all our upcoming classes like the links here. Okay, today if you can see today Power BI and AWS data engineering. So today is a Power BI one, and tomorrow we have today we have AWS data engineering. Today we have AWS and DevOps. Okay, cybersecurity is on tomorrow. So in this is how we will be providing the all our upcoming links as well. Okay, so just follow our page as well so that you'll get all our updates like this. And we have other stuffs like interview questions, materials, internship programs are available in our website. Okay, yes. Before jumping into the Power BI session, before jumping into the Power BI session, I just want to add all you people to our WhatsApp group, to our WhatsApp group. Okay, so data analyst, Power BI, real time project WhatsApp group is available. Okay, so to just get this group link, I just need your name and WhatsApp number so that we will be adding your name and WhatsApp number, your WhatsApp number to our WhatsApp group so that you can get all our updates like upcoming free live sessions and the free discussion about the projects. Okay, and like upcoming opportunities. Okay, so whenever we have a referrals, we'll be posting the referrals information, everything about the Power BI sessions. You will be getting the information in this group. Okay, to just get the group link, drop me your name and WhatsApp number over chat so that we can start the session today. Okay, I just want to take you sharp 2 minutes break. I just want to take you sharp 2 minutes break. Okay, so within 2 minutes, please share this information so that we can start the session. Okay, yes, I have just started the timer as well. Keep sharing your name and WhatsApp number here so that we can add you to the WhatsApp group as well. And I'll share the today's session recording as well. Okay, both the things will be done here. Thanks for sharing your contacts. Ambarishan garu, over to you, please. You can start up the session. I just want to mention you one more thing as well. Stay connected till end of the session. You are going to get some special offer as well. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone. Ambarishan garu, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Karthik. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining the session. All right, let's get started. I'll go ahead and share my screen. This is going to be more like a demo plus an introduction session. Okay, we're not really starting off with the training right today. We'll just deep dive into those details later from the next session onwards, but it's just going to be, again, a quick demo. For those who have not attended the demo in the previous, demo, I'll just go through this, walk you through the course, and then also go ahead and give you some good, nice instruction about how to go ahead and work with Power BI. Okay. All right. So the first thing first, let's go ahead and understand the syllabus and the course content that we have, and then we'll move forward. Just before that, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Ambarishan. You can call me Amber, and I have over 15 plus years of experience in the IT industry. Plus, I've been training people for more than 8 years now. I specialize in a lot of different tools, especially data visualization tools and data warehousing. But I predominantly train people, on these technologies like Power BI, Tableau, and Click. And I've been doing this, like I said, for more than 8 years now, and that's the way I go ahead and kind of um, go through those different courses. Okay, so yeah, that's about myself. Let's go ahead and understand the course curriculum, and then we'll move forward. Okay, now this course is structured from a developer standpoint, and we want to understand, from a developer's perspective, how would you go and work on Power BI? What are the different things that you do in the desktop version? There is two different things here. We will work on a desktop version, and then we'll publish this report that we generate in Power BI in the desktop version to the server. Okay, the server side of it is called as the service, Power BI service, and the one that you work on locally is called as Power BI Desktop. So there are two different things. So we'll just go ahead and talk about every single perspective. So everything that a developer needs to know, from developing a report to publishing a report, and also going ahead and kind of working with those different details. All right, good. So that's what we have. So let's go ahead and understand a couple of things. I just want to go through this on a high level because I think I've just done this a couple of times, and then I just want to give you a brief overview of the course curriculum, and then we'll move on to the actual demo or plus understanding of this tool, the basics, and we'll just get started. All right, so we'll start off with a very basic thing, understanding the Power BI architecture. We'll understand what are the different tools you have. You have different components like Power BI Desktop, Power BI Service, Power BI Mobile. What is the use of it? So we'll just understand that as we progress. I'll do that from the next session onwards. We'll deep dive into that later. And we'll also talk about a few different ways in which you can, kind of connect to different data sources. Data is going to be the oil for your tool this time. So Power BI and any data visualization tools, you just can think of this way. These tools are like a reporting tool. I'm not going to confuse you with a term called data visualization or a BI tool. These are some things that you have to understand, but it can be understood as a reporting tool. So what's a report? You'd go and build a report whenever you want to go and understand what's happening with your data that you have in hand. So you just kind of put that in a different and a more like a data visualization format, in the sense it is going to making your data understanding much easier, and that's how you go about doing it, right? So for that, we'll be connecting to a lot of different data sources. That's where we start off with, and we connect to a variety of different data sources, and then we kind of understand how to bring this data into Power BI. Okay. Now, I keep saying this, and I kind of, whenever I work with a lot of different data sources, and you'll also see when you go through this particular step that the data that you may see in an Excel file, or maybe a database, or maybe something on the internet, whatever that case is, the data is never clean, or maybe you are missing some details that you need in the visualization level. Okay, so for those different details, you may want to go ahead and cleanse your data. You may want to go ahead and change certain things in your data set, and that is what is called as transformation. Okay, so we'll go through this transformation techniques. There are a lot of different techniques. We'll go ahead and work on these different things. So no matter how clean your data is, I'll just go ahead and show you something today. The data is never clean. Okay, it may look nice and neat in your data sources, but it may not be something the same way when you take it into Power BI. Okay, so I'll give you some mechanisms, methods, and ways in which you can go ahead and look at your data and then kind of cleanse your data. Okay, that's what we will do next. And then there comes something called as data modeling. Data modeling is all about connecting your tables together. Let's say this is table 1 and this is table 2. You're just connecting these tables together, and you want to leverage the information from these two tables. Okay, you take information from these two tables and you create your charts and graphs. All right, so that's how you do this. So you need to understand how to go do some data modeling stuff. So we'll just talk about that as well. So these are planned in a proper way. I'm not kind of going to go rush through all of these details just because we want to cover certain topics. No, it's planned in certain way that this is the right way of understanding and going through your information. I'll go ahead and show you a slide and we'll understand how this is all set up. And you'll understand that visualization, jumping into the conclusion, visualization is not the right thing to do. And it's not the first thing to do in your working process. All right. So this is important for you to understand. So let's go ahead and keep that in mind and then let's see. Okay. Now after that, we'll go ahead and discuss about DAX. Anyone knows what is DAX? Or it's one of the, people say it's one of the toughest, one of the most difficult part of Power BI. I don't think so. So if you don't know DAX, that's good because you look at it from a fresh new perspective. But if you are scared of DAX already just by looking at something that is happening on the internet or something like that, I just wanted to say that it's one of the simplest and most easiest ways to go and work with Power BI. I'll make it very easy. But one thing that I want to quote here is we will go ahead and have an extensive DAX sessions. Okay. I would reserve at least 8 sessions. Okay. And 5 to 8 sessions max, which was going to be almost like, 1/3 of the entire course. And this is where we'll concentrate more. Okay. So we want to understand how to write some DAX expressions. These are some simple formula languages in Power BI, but people are making it really complicated. People are really scared of all of this. Even an experienced professional today, if you just go and ask him a DAX question in the interview, he's struggling. Okay, he's fumbling. So we don't want to be like that. We will go and extensively involve ourselves in understanding all of this. I'll give you a very simple ways to go and work on these different details. So I'll show you how this works. Maybe I can just touch base on this DAX stuff today. Let me just go and show you something. Let's see. And that's how we'll take this forward. Okay, so yeah, we'll, like I said, it's going to be an extensive details, and you can see all of this detail here. Okay, I think my team has already pinged you this link, but if not, I'm just pinging you this link. Just go through these details again and understand how this is. Now that's when we come to visualization. Look at it. This is all about data visualization. I've been talking about data visualization for a long time now. And you know visualization is not something that I jump onto. I call this as the last thing that you want to worry about, the conclusion that you want to bring out from your data. But you have to go and work on, transforming your data. You have to work on data modeling. You have to work on the calculations and derivations that you need. All of this is to be done first. Then you go and work on visualization, because visualization, see, it's pretty easy and you don't have to really go and sweat much on these different areas. But if you have some issues with your data, I'll go and kind of talk about it in some time. You will never be able to go and get to this visualization properly. You'll have to go back and forth. You'll have to go and have, a lot of different changes done in the source, or maybe through the process of taking the data into the tool. You have to do in a lot of different places, and that's not something that we want to do. Okay, I'll show you some examples as well today, and you'll understand this better. Okay, so those are all coming up. And then we talked about, Power BI service. This is where you're going to publish your report. So you will be publishing your first report there, and I'll show you how to go and set up this environment. Everything that we do here is going to be free. The Power BI desktop version is free of cost. I'll show you how to set it up, set this Power BI service free of cost. This is all coming up in our course. So that's how I want you to go and look at this. Okay. Good. So after this, what we have is we have a lot of other details that we'll talk about from the Power BI service perspective. Those are all server side of things. And that's how this is. I'll be working on an in-class project in front of you. I'll work on these different details, and also, I'll go and give you some capstone projects to work on. So there are 3 to 4 capstone projects coming your way at the end of the course, and that's how this is all set up. Okay, we have still other topics like Microsoft Fabric. It's more like a buzzword today. So we'll just go and talk about these things as well as we progress. Okay. So this is the entire course curriculum. This is how I've structured it. We'll go through this way because this is the best way to go and learn all of this. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Now let's go ahead and move forward and we'll just understand how to work on this tool. And the first thing that I want to go ahead and showcase is we have this YouTube channel and you can just go ahead and look for a lot of details. And, I would say go ahead and search for Power BI courses. Yeah, I've just kind of my team and myself, we have just kind of put together some videos and you can see a lot of the videos. This is from batch 6, session 1 and all of that. Just go through this and you'll understand how we are delivering these different sessions. And these are going to be detailed videos. This is our first session, the entire session. It's not a portion of it. It's just the entire session. Just go through it and understand how this is all set up. Okay, I'm just going to give you this link as well. So look at it and you can try deciding based on that. Good. Now, let's just jump right into the tool and I'll show you how to go about working with this tool. We'll deep dive into the other concepts later as I progress from the next session onwards, because that's going to be our first session where I go and deep dive into those, nitty-gritty details initially, and we'll see. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and start Power BI. Now, Power BI Desktop is a free version and you can install it from Microsoft Store. So you can just go here and you can just kind of search for that in Microsoft Store. So let me just do that. Okay, Microsoft Store. And then I'm just going to bring up this one here. Just give me a minute. Okay. And we'll just go and search for Power BI Desktop. All right. Now, Power BI Desktop can be installed from here. And I would say this is the best way to go and install this. Go to Microsoft Store, search for Power BI Desktop, and you get this app here. All right. Now, when you go and update or kind of install it from here, the updates are automatically taken care of. Okay. So Microsoft Store is going to push all the updates that you need, and Power BI Desktop gets at least 15, 16 features every single month. So Microsoft is going to be updating or upgrading this software every single month. There is a release coming up every single month with, like I said, 15, 20 features. And those are all going to be included automatically, pushed automatically to your software if you install it from this particular way. Okay. So I think you're already on Windows machine or maybe a Windows 10 or Windows 11. If you're on a Mac, you may want to see some other alternatives. This particular software is not available for Mac users, and you want to go and see some alternatives to set up Windows machine and then use Power BI inside it. Okay, it's purely built on Windows for Windows, and that's how we want to go and look at it. So yeah, just go and install it that way. It's free software, free for your entire lifetime. You don't have to pay a penny. It's not there for last 10 years or so since Power BI was launched, and it's not going to be there forever. The way Microsoft goes and charges you is you build a report in Power BI Desktop, okay, and then you go and share this with your users. So your users are going to be accessing this through something called as Power BI service. Now that is where Power BI is going to charge money for you to go and publish and maintain and manage your reports on the service side of it. So they are getting a lot of revenue from that, no worries. And organization are willing to kind of pay such a big amount, and these are going to be very costly environments. So no worries, they are just charging all of that there. So this desktop version is completely free. I'm not talking about a trial version. I'm not talking about something free for certain days. No, it's free for the entire lifetime. Okay. As of now. Okay. And for some time at least. Let's see. Okay. Until and unless Microsoft changes its mind. So it's free. Just install it and you can just be ready with this. And I want you to observe what I'm trying to do here. And we'll just go ahead and search for Power BI and we'll just get started with this particular tool. Okay. Now, The very first thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and connect to the data, right? So what I'll do is, first of all, let me bring up this tool here. And we'll just first of all understand the data. Before I bring the data into the tool, we want to understand the data. So I'm just going to pick up a simple and a sample data set. I'll show you a couple of things. I did mention, and I'm just going to go with my statement that, you know, um, the tool, when you connect through this particular tool, you may be looking at your data source and the data source may just look perfect. Yes, I did mention that at the beginning of the session. So, but when you take it into through this tool, and when you're looking at the data through this tool, and I would say more from the lens of this particular tool, it's going to show you a lot of discrepancies. That's because Power BI wants to go and, uh, you know, uh, you have Power BI looking at it in a different format. Power BI wants to understand before it can load and, kind of push it into this particular tool, how the data looks like, right? So that's how it is. So let's go and understand a very simple data set. I'm just going to bring up a simple Excel document and we'll just go with that. And I'll not go into the details of this as of now, but we will just do this in our main session, the next session. And I'll be walking you through a lot of different data sources and other things. So let's just go to this. Okay, just give me a minute. Now this is a file. This is called as a sample superstores file. You can find it in internet. You can just go and search for sample superstore in Google, and then you'll find some links from where you can download it. Okay, nothing fancy about it. It's just a sample data. Now this is a sales data. Let's go ahead and look at it. This is all about sales data. This is a imaginary store which is selling some products, and this is more of a sales, quantity, discount, and profit related details coming in. Okay, this is what we have. Now it has other sheets as well. It has returns sheets and people sheet. Yes, Amazon, the businesses today, it's every business today. Even if you go and go to a shop and then you buy a shirt or a pant or anything on the clothing side, let's say there is a damage and you want to go and return. Yes, maybe the shopkeeper is not going to accept it. There are no return policy, they'll say, but the returns are inevitable, right? So this can happen for a variety of different reasons. We have it on an e-commerce website like Amazon, Flipkart. We have it in our regular stores as well, and you need to understand that there is returns possible, right? So we have that captured here. So we are just capturing all the returned orders. You can see this is how it is all being captured. Okay, so that's how I want you to look at it. And then there is this information about the region and who's managing this region. Okay, the region and who's managing this region. Now, this may come into play in a lot of different cases because we'll work on a lot of scenarios, and you'll see from the orders table, okay, the very first sheet from the orders sheet here, there is something called region. And if you want to understand, okay, who's managing region, southern region, then you'll have to go ahead and look up the data from the other sheet, and you have to kind of match this data, map this data. In our data world, we call this as join, or if you're aware of a word called as VLOOKUP, a function that you use to go and you know map these details together. This is what I'm talking about. So we'll have to go and look up the data from someplace else and then marry this information, right? So this is how we want to do this, and we will do all of that as we progress. Okay, that's how we go and work with the details. Good. So my intention here now today is just to go and show you. Now you see this information in front of you, right? And you see that it's perfect. You have the headers, you have nicely formatted headers, and it's all the same. Every single sheet is all the same, right? Nothing fancy, nothing complex. Simple Excel sheet where the data is all there. But let's go through the process of taking this information into Power BI. And what you'll see is you'll see difference in while loading the data, something like this. Let's see how that works. So let me just first of all go and show you how to load the orders table. But before that, I'll give you a glimpse of the Power BI tool as well, and then we'll jump into that particular tool. Okay. So let's go back to our Power BI tool. I'm just opening this. Now, everything that you do here, everything that you create here is going to be a report. Okay. Everything that you do inside Power BI desktop is called as a report. And we publish a report to Power BI service, which is the server side of it. And you go and publish, share, and collaborate on the server side of it. Okay. That's how things are going to be. Good. So this is what I have. I'll just go ahead and say blank report. I'll click on the blank report and we'll get started. Okay. I'm not going to go into too many details, but let's just focus on what we need and let's just move on. So we have a data pane here where the data will be loaded once the data comes into Power BI. And you have a visualization pane here. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to create visualization. But you may have all the troubles in the world that will stop you from creating these visualizations. And you have to go back and forth to modify the data, to go and transform the data a little bit. When I say modify, it's all about cleansing the data, making it into the right shape and format. I'll show you all of that as we progress and you'll understand. So you need to go and take these templates. You need to go and start building your visualizations here. That's how you create a report. It's not that easy. Yes. We'll just understand these things as we progress. Have a look. Okay. So we need data to go and work on it, and then we'll start working on some visuals. But before we load the data, we'll see there are a lot of challenges. And I want you to look at all of this in some proper fashion. Now, the very first thing that we will do is we will have to get to our data, correct? So let's go and use that icon to get to our data. And what you can do is just click on this icon, click, and that will offer you a dialog box like this where you can see a variety of data sources from where I can import my data. The data can lie in an Excel workbook. We were just seeing that. It can lie in different formats, XML format, JSON format, Parquet format, in a SharePoint folder as any other file. Yes. And then you can have it in databases, SQL Server databases, Oracle, MySQL, whatever that is. You name your data source, it should be there in this list. Okay. And we are talking about all sorts of tabular format of the data that we want to bring in, right? So this uses something called as, you know, structured data. Power BI always uses a structured data. When I talk about structured data, it's more like tables. Okay, a simple table. This is like a table. This has columns and rows. So this is more like a table, right? So whenever you have a tabular format of the data, you can load that into Power BI. It can come from anywhere. Have you ever downloaded your bank statements, right? This is going to be coming as PDF. You can download it as PDF, CSV file, whatever that is, but you can load it from PDF as well. So it's going to understand from your PDF file the tabular format of the data, and it's going to load that into Power BI. Okay, that's how powerful this tool is. And you can see a variety of different data sources here, list of data sources. You have Azure related data sources, Salesforce, you name it, and it's all there. Okay, web related data sources, online services, all of these are Power Platforms from Microsoft. Okay, these are all different platforms, databases, file systems, and all of that. So you have huge list of data sources from where you can load the data. Okay. And by the way, guys, you don't have to be silent. You can ping some questions if you don't understand something. Stop me anywhere. You're given the mic permission. So please make use of it. Just stop me and ask those questions. Okay. It's not a webinar. Okay. We never go and work on a, thing like a webinar. We don't have participants muted. We want to have some interactive sessions. Okay. Just go and feel free to unmute yourself, talk to me, or post the questions in the comment. I'll take that up. I'm looking at the chat window right away, and I'll be taking up as soon as that question comes. Okay. Yeah. Let's just move on. So where is the data coming from? That's the first question here, right? So you have to ask this question again and again. And whenever you want to bring the data, the very first question you have to ask is, where is my data lying? Okay. The data should lie in an Excel workbook this time, in our case, yes or no? It can lie in a SQL Server database. It can lie in MySQL database, whatever that is. This is how it is. Can you share the data? Yeah, let's just do that. I'll just have to close this file just to share it. Let me just quickly do this. Oops, sorry for that. Let's see, data set. And then let's just go back to this one. And yeah. Okay, I'm just going to share this right now with you. But yes, you'll get this information and all of this information later as you progress through this course. We will share everything. We'll share our recordings. We'll share the data set. We'll share you the assignments and hands-on coming up on that. Everything will be shared with you. No worries. Okay. So we'll give you all the information that you need to go ahead and practice and also parallelly prepare all of this. Good. So where is my data lying? That's the big question. So in this case, for now, the data lies in an Excel workbook. So let me go ahead and open that through that particular connector. I call this as connector. You can call this as connection. You can call this as connector, whatever that is, the name that suits you. That's fine. So let's go through this. I say, hey, the data lies in an Excel workbook. Click on it. I'll say connect to an Excel workbook. So Power BI is going to ask you, hey, where is this workbook, right? So let's go ahead and point it to that one. I'm just going to say, let's go to the dataset folder. That's where I have my file. And this is my file, okay? Sample superstores file. And we work with a lot of data sets. I'll show you that later. But this is our file, sample superstore. I'm just going to open it. That's it. Okay. Now, Power BI is going to read through the content of this file. You can see Power BI says, hey, yes, this is our file. And then there are 3 sheets available in this particular file. Let's just focus on orders sheet alone for now. I just wanted to show you how you would create or kind of connect to the data set, load it into Power BI, and then what you can do with your details here. Okay, that's our first idea. But we'll also go through the people and returns sheet, and you'll see that it will have some discrepancies when compared to how you loaded orders table. When compared to that, you will see some anomalies, some discrepancies with people and returns. So I'm going to show you how you want to go ahead and look at it. That's where I said, write this statement in stone. Your data source can look different, but when you take it into Power BI, it can be something completely different. Okay, Power BI is going to understand it from different perspective. It wants to know what you're loading. It wants to know how you're loading things and what you're defining, and a lot of things goes on. So let me just discuss that as we progress. But just understand how this is all set up. Have a look. So let's focus on the orders table alone. So what I'm going to do is, before I can load this, I need to see what's coming in, correct? So let's just click on that, just a normal click, and then it gives you a preview on the right hand side. Now I want you to go through this preview very quickly, in a good swift fashion, and you want to understand a couple of things. You want to understand whether the column headers are all coming in fine or not. Do you see the data down below in a proper format and in a proper detail or not? Does your order date look like an order date? Yes, that's what I want you to validate when you look at this preview. I'm just going to scroll through something here. Does your customer name look like a custom name? There is a possibility that your columns are shifted one column right, and your data is all messed up, your column headers are not proper. The data can have all sorts of issues when it is being read by Power BI. It can happen. I'm just giving you a hint here. Okay, so what we do is we go through this information, we quickly glance through this information and understand whether things are working fine or not. So the last few columns that we had in our Excel file was these 4 columns. I'm just going to show you that. I closed my file because I wanted to share it. So let me just open it one more time. Have a look. So sales, quantity, discount, and profit, that's our last 4 columns here. So if you look at the order sheet, if I just go towards the right hand side, you'll find that those are the 4 columns that I have, right? Sales, quantity, discount, and profit. So which means, yes, the entire table, entire data set is being shown here, or it's just going to show you a preview. Okay, don't worry about all of this. This is just a preview. You don't have to worry about it. But when we load it, you will have everything here. Okay. So with that validation done, which confirms, yes, I'm looking at what I see in my orders table. Let's go and load this into Power BI, right? So in order to load Power BI, I have to tell Power BI, okay, I have to say, hey, I want to load the orders table. And I do that by checking this box, okay? You check that box and then you say, hey, I want to go and load orders table. So let's just check that box, and that will enable these 2 buttons down below. What is our intention? We want to load our data. Why? Because the data looks good. So let's go ahead and load the data, right? So I'll just go ahead and click on this data set. I'll just click on that button, and then we'll just take that data into Power BI. Look at it. It will just start loading things. It will just go ahead and read all of that detail and then load the data into Power BI. That's our first way to go ahead and get to our data. That's what we are doing. Okay, good. So click on it, expand it, and you see that, hey, the data is all there. Good. Now let's do this with the same thing. I mean, we'll do the same thing with the other sheets. I'll just go and show you what discrepancy comes up. so that you understand. And like I said, the data that you're looking at can be like this. It's again a perfect little data set. I'll go to the people sheet. It's again the same data set, but you will have some issues with this data set. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So I'm going back. I'm saying, hey, again, it's the same thing, right? You can click on this Excel workbook here, or you can go to get data and say Excel workbook. Everything is all the same. So I'll just go and click on this one and I say, hey, this is my file again. I'm pointing it to that file. Say open. And then what I'll do is I'll just go look for the people sheet alone. Okay, let's just go and load the people sheet. Click. And I want to go through this particular preview. What's wrong with the preview? Can someone let me know? Unmute yourself. You can talk to me. What's going on? What is wrong with our preview here? The column headers are not proper. Yes, everyone can see it. What is our column headers? This is our column headers. Yes or no? Oops. Let's just see this. This is our column headers. This should have been considered as your column headers. It's not happening. It happened nicely and neatly in this particular table. Orders table had no issues. I had all this column headers and everything coming in right. And that's why I want you to look at this preview. Yes, this preview can tell you whether you can load the data directly into Power BI or not. Now getting my point? There is no issue with the data set. There is no issue with the data set. This looks exactly like how I'm having my orders table, but why is this being treated in a different fashion? Right? So the very first reason that I would say is there are some differentiators in orders table that are not present in people table. Okay. And I'm not sure. Just can you say yes or no? Just don't mind. Just say yes or no. Do you come from a data background? Do you know what is a data type? Yes or no? Can I just have that answer on the chat, please? Do you know what is a data type when you look at a particular table and a column? Do you know data type? Yes or no? The yes and no will tell me whether you're listening or not. Okay. So let me know. Yes. Okay, good. So we talk about data type whenever we look at a table. Okay. What is a data type? Let's look at it. So this is a date data type, correct? There is a date related information. So we call this as a date data type. There is a text data type here. This is more like a text, and this can be called in different ways in different tools. It can be string, it can be text, it can be varchar. You can call this any ways you want, right? So this is text for you. And then there is numbers. Yes or no? There are numbers, whole numbers, decimal numbers, percentages, different formats of your numbers. These are all different things that goes on. So you have different data type. What are we talking about? We are looking at the data and what is the kind of that data? What is the type of that data? That's what is called as a data type, right? Now there is a differentiator here in orders table, and that's why Power BI has intelligently identified and kind of promoted your first row to the headers. What do I mean by that? Let's assume this is your first row. Okay, this is still your first row. But why has Power BI taken that to the column headers? How can it go and understand that it can be something that can be taken to the column headers? I'll give you a simple clue. Now, if you look at some of the columns, just let's look at the order date column. Just an example. You have a text value at the very beginning. Yes, can I say that? Text value at the very first row. But the rest of the details, rest of the data type is what? It's all date. Yes. You go and look at the row ID. The first row is text. The rest of the row is what? Is all numbers. Yes, numbers. Let's go and look at some other column. Let's go and go through some other columns. Again, the sales column, blah, 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 whatever that is. First value is all text and the rest of the values of a similar kind, a similar data type. This is a decimal data type. Yes, can I say that? This is how it's all set up. Correct? This is what I want you to understand. So there is a differentiator. What is it? There are some columns which tells Power BI that, hey, the first value is text. In this case, this is also text. And if every single data that you have is all text, Power BI is confused. Power BI is confused whether to take that information to the column header or not. But if you have differentiators like this, like I said, the date column, the first value is all text, the rest of the value is all date, the first value is all text, the rest of the value is all numbers. If you have some differentiators like this in this format, we have a slight change in data type, and that will give the tool the clue to go and take that to the column headers. And that's what it has done in orders table. But when you look at the people table, what happens here is it's all text. Look at it, all text. Everything is text. The headers are also text. Yes or no? So there is no idea for the tool to understand whether it can go and promote this to the column headers or not. Getting my point now? Yes. So Power BI is a very intelligent tool. And what happens here is it will go read through your information and understand what it can do about it. It will try to sort the data type as the first thing. And if you can go and do all of this, or if you let Power BI do all of this, it's a brilliant tool and you're just taking this data properly. So what Power BI does not want to do is it does not want to go and kind of take this data to the column header by default. It wants you to decide what do you want to do. It says, hey, I have failed to understand the data set. Do you really want to take this to your column headers? If yes, go through one more step, fix this issue, and then take the data forward to into Power BI, right? This is what it is asking you to do. So Power BI is just playing safe. It's just playing a very intelligent game here. If it is not clear, it says, hey, I'm not clear. Just go and do this yourself. Go and fix your headers. If you want, you can go through one more step to go and load the data after that step, right? This is what we have. So what can I not do? I cannot go and load the data into Power BI like this. Yeah. Yes. It's sorted by its data type. No, it's not sorted by its data type. I wouldn't say sort. I would say it is looking at the data type. Okay. It is looking at the first row and it is looking at the rest of the details. So is this text? If this is also text and everything is text everywhere, it is confused. It says, okay, I'm not really sure whether I can take this value to the header or not. What if this was not your header columns? It is actually a value. You don't want to go and take one more step to again fix this and take that back to your value section, right? So Power BI is just playing safe. That's what I would say. It's more like it is looking at a column, understanding the data type. If there is a change in data type, if you can give it a clue, let's say there was a serial number, something like this, 1 2 3 4. Now this first value would have been text, rest of them is all numbers, so this would have been promoted to the column headers. But we don't have a differentiator like this. That's what I'm saying. And Power BI is not taking it into consideration for column header as a option. So what should I do? I cannot load this data like this. What if you have 20 columns, 30 columns where you are having all text and everything is coming as column 1, column 2, column 3? You won't be able to work with this column, right? So what you have to do is you have to go and transform the data first. This is what we will go through this time. Okay. You'll have to modify the data and then load the data. Is that making sense? Special characters will be treated as text, mostly text. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be mostly text. Okay. If you have something like, some special characters, a dollar symbol, hash. I mean, it's just if it is just the dollar symbol. If it is along with that currency and other values, it will be treated as currency column. There is one data type called currency and all of that. You can do that. Otherwise, it will be treated as text. Okay. Yes. So what I'm going to tell Power BI is, hey, I want to load people table, but what should I not do? I should not be going with load first. I'll have to start off with transforming my data, modifying my data, and then I want to go and load my data. You're getting my point? So this is what I said. Look at your table. The table is all perfect. It all looks good, nice and neat when you look at it from the data source perspective. But when you take it into Power BI, what happens? Power BI is not understanding all of this. You have to go and tell Power BI, hey, this is how you have to read it, right? So you are going to take that one extra step, one extra effort to go ahead and tell Power BI how to do this. So you go through these steps. So this is what we do in our session, and this is from a developer's perspective. You will have all the troubles in the world. That's what I'm talking about. But it's a very simple tool, very easy tool. Are we writing any line of code so far? Have we written any single line of code here? We're not going to write any line of code from the very beginning of our session, the very first session till the last session. I'm not going to show you even a single line of code. There is some formulas that we write. Yes, you go to Excel and you do some formulas. Yes, you go and use some formula bars and do some formulas. Yes, similar formulas are available. I'm not going to use these terms interchangeably. Coding is different. Formulas are simple expressions that you write. That's a simple thing, and you can write that. Okay, we will do that in Power BI as well, but we are not going to write any line of code. We are not going to write scripts here. We're not going to write any line of code. So just understand that part. So it's all going to be user interface based. This is all interfaces that you have. Yes, graphical user interface. And we go and check these boxes. We say, hey, do this, do that. And then Power BI does all of that. That's it. So it's a pretty simple tool, very easy tool, but you have to learn a lot from a developer's perspective. And that's all easy. Okay. I'm not saying it's all difficult. Okay, good. Now let's go and decide on this. We want to go and transform the data and then load the data. Now look at the big picture. Okay, have a look. Transform data. I'm clicking on it. Now what Power BI does is when I click on that, it opens a completely new window to us to do all sorts of transformation. There is just not one transformation that you need. You just don't want to fix this alone. You have plenty of problems that can arise when you go and work with your data, right? And you have solutions for all of that. I'll show you how easy that solution is. Can you see this window? Yes. It's a window that we have just come into. And this is a window that we are on that is different from this main window. So we were here doing some things and we are now here to work on this window. Okay. This window is called as a Power Query window, and this is a very powerful window. You do all sorts of transformations here. You go and do all sorts of transformation. Whenever I say transformation, it's about, all changes that you want to do, any changes that you want to do. In this case, we want to go and fix these different headers, right? So if you want to do all of this, yes, you go through this window and you fix this issue and then come out of this window. Okay. And that's how you're going to load this table into Power BI and then finally say, yes, I've loaded people table, right? This is what you do. So let's just focus on this window and I'm going to say or show you how easy it is to fix this. What would you do to go and fix this? There is no line of code. There is nothing that you have to do. There is no complex script involved. Yes, it's involved, but it is going to be taken care by Power BI, but you don't have to do it. So we will just do a click of a button and things will work like magic for you in this environment. And I call that as magic because that's how it is. So let's go and click a single icon and I'll just have this fixed. Have a look. So there is something called as use first row as headers in the top section. Okay, on the toolbar there, you have this, use first row as headers. So it's under the home ribbon. So we call this as ribbon, you call this as toolbar, whatever that is, but it's under the home ribbon. And you'll find this one here. This one is use first row as headers. Okay, just click off a button, done. You can also do this from this icon. Can you see the small icon here? Yes. Intersection of rows and columns. Click and you'll find the same option, the second option here. This is what we have, and that's the same option. Use first row as headers. So whatever is comfortable for you, whatever is something that you can get to quickly, go and use that option. I'm going to use this option here. Have a look. Click, have a look, click, done. And there we go. We have our column headers fixed. That first row was taken to the column header. Making sense? Yes. That's all that we need. Okay. We came here for one purpose and one purpose alone. We wanted to fix our headers. We have done that. It's a simple click of a button that kind of fixed this issue. Done. How easy it is. Yes. So you'll have some small anomalies like this, small issues like this, and it's not a big thing. And I may have overstated this. I said you'll have all the problems in the world coming in. Yes, that will happen when you look at your data. But what I want you to understand is, I want you to please understand these are simple fixes that you can just do, and it is going to be very easy to go and do all of this and then move on. Okay. So we have changed all of that. And what we will do is we'll close and apply, come out of this window. So what did I tell you? We are here in this window just for all the transformation that you do. Once this is all done, you go and load the data and you come out of this window. You have to come out of this window, load the data and do all of that, right? So let's just come out of this window. What am I going to say? I'll just say close and apply. So we are going to close this window, apply all the changes and come out of this window, which means loading plus closing and applying all these changes. Okay. So just click on that icon. That's more than enough. Click. And what happens? We are coming out of this window. We are applying those changes, and look at that. The people table has been loaded now. Yes, on the right hand side. I'll click on this and look at that. There is our managers and region column coming in. There is one more view that you can go into. Click on the second icon, okay, on the left hand side. Click, and what you can do is you can click on people table, and you can see that, hey, this is a nice looking people table, right? So it's all the column headers is all fixed. It's all something that is coming in like this. Getting my point? Any questions here? Anyone? So what did I tell you? We're looking at the same file, but when you load different kinds of data, different things, you will see that there are some small discrepancies coming in. And these are some easy fixes that you can do, and you can just go by that, right? Good. So this is how we work on these things. And don't worry about the visualization and all. It's going to be pretty simple. I'll just show you. Just click off two simple clicks. You can build a visualization. It's going to be that easy. I'll just add one more. 3 clicks, just add a template, and then 2 more clicks, and then you're done with your visualization. So it's not going to be a big deal. You can just go do this amazingly and in a very simple fashion. But what you have to understand is, how is my data setup? Is it coming in neat, nice fashion? That's one. You have to be very much aware of that. And that's your first step. You have to bring in nice, clean data. You cannot have errors in your data set. You cannot have those headers issues in your data set. You cannot have all those anomalies, small discrepancies in your data set. And you can expect this to work properly. No, it won't work. You have to go and do this properly, right? Now, the second thing that I want you to understand is there are a lot of other areas that we will work on. Like I said, we'll work on those data modeling stuff. So this is where we go and work on data modeling stuff. Okay. And then we work on something called as DAX. So we'll just go through those different DAX related details. So these are all coming into play before you can just go and just jump into your visualization. We'll go through those processes in our session, but let's go through this visualization alone right away. And I'll show you how easy it is to go and build a simple visual. So let me add a template here. Let's just go with this bar chart. Let's just do this. Click on this bar chart, and that adds a template to your canvas. Very good. And let's go ahead and minimize this pane alone just so that we have enough room to work on. I'm going to expand this a little bit like this. And guys, please feel free to go ahead and let me know. Stop me anytime, anywhere, and then ask questions or put that in the chat box, please. Yes. So this is my first step, right? So what did I do? I clicked on this template, the visualization. I added that to my canvas, and then I'm just expanding it, nothing fancy. This is our first step done. Look at the magic now. And I call these as magic. That just works like magic, like a charm. Okay. Now have a look. Let me just go and do 2 clicks. And I call this as a golden rule. I'll share this golden rule with you when I go through the session. It's going to be pretty simple, pretty easy, and you'll be able to go and work on a lot of different details. So I just go and have some golden rule. I have some things in mind. I'll not be able to share it because I have to explain you a lot of things before that. So I'm going to pick few things here. Look at this. Let me go ahead and pick region, and let me go ahead and pick sales in this case. Okay, region and sales. So when I go and pick these columns, and you can see that there is something like a checkbox here, right? So everything is like a checkbox here just before the column. You can check these boxes. You can say, hey, I want to add region column. I want to add sales column to my visualization. Yes, you can do that. So let's just try doing it. So I'm just going to say region, check, sales, check, and boom, you have a visualization in front of you. How easy was that, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sweat too much. There are different ways of doing it, but this is the simplest way and the easiest way. I go and teach things like this. I go and show you some easier way to go and get started. After having so much of years of experience with Power BI and exposure towards Power BI, I've been associated with this tool from the very beginning. Okay, I call this as baby. And I've seen this particular tool evolve. I've seen this tool grow. I have been working on this tool right from its inception in 2014 or 2015. Okay. So 10 years ago, this tool was launched. It has been an amazing tool, an amazing path, and an amazing journey. And this is an amazing tool, by the way. Okay. Powerful tool. And this is what it can do. So check these boxes and it can create visualizations for you. Simple as that. Let's go and add one more thing. Let's go and take this to the next level. Just drag and drop a few things and you can make it a colorful chart. Yeah. If you just drag and drop something else, I mean, I'm just having something in mind. When you drag and drop it, you can convert this into a different chart. This is called as a stacked bar chart. Okay, you have stack of information here, right? Stack of information here. This is called as a stacked bar chart. This is how it's going to be. See, the same chart, I've been able to go and make it more like a colorful chart. This is more like a colorful chart here, just different bars in different colors. And then I was just able to take something else, drag and drop it here, and then converted something here. I can go and add some labels just so that you know what is happening with these different details. You can do amazing things. The visualization part is pretty simple, very easy. I can build the entire report in less than 1 or 2 hours maximum. And then there is going to be a lot of touching and other things going on. You will beautify your reports. You'll format your reports. That's what we call it. So formatting takes a lot of time, but otherwise setting up the base structure, and if you have the right details, if you have the right data, just building this visualization is going to be a piece of cake. Okay, it's just like, simple thing that you can do, and it's going to be very easy. All right, so that's how we will go and do this in our session, and I'm going to walk you through different steps. There are going to be small nitty gritty details that no one knows. I'm going to share all of those tips and tricks as we progress, and there's going to be a lot of learning. Of course, we, like I said, we will go and talk about it from a developer's perspective. So we want to understand how a developer's looks like it. I mean, how to go and bring in the data, what are the challenges, how do you go and phase all of that, how do you go and format your information just so that it is adaptable to your visualization phase, right? So let's say you're just feeding junk into your system, it's going to throw junk out, right? So similarly, we have to be careful, and we go through a lot of different processes like that to go and work on these things. Okay, that's what we will go through. And like I said, we have all the curriculum and every other details on our website. Just go through our website and understand how this works. Okay, good. Now, okay to go and take some questions. If you have any questions, do let me know. Otherwise, we'll just turn it over to my team. But any questions, guys? Anyone? You can unmute yourself and talk to me. You have been given the mic permission. You can unmute and talk to me. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll create something like this. I'll show you as we progress, as we go through a lot of different details. This is from our previous batch. We'll build reports like this. If you just want to see what we are going to build, this is what we have built in our previous batch, previous session. So let me just open that file. It's opening on my other screen. Give me 1 second. I'll bring that up. Okay, it's all there. Have a look. Let's go through this one. This is what I'm going to build. I'm just going to build something like a Starbucks, themed report. And let's just go with this one. Look at that. That's the report that we are talking about. Okay. So this is where we start. This is your welcome screen. I'll go and click on this button, sales analysis report. I'll be taken to this page. Look at that amazing report. Simple, not so fancy, not so colorful, not so flashy. It's all going to be simple and super easy. Yeah. And then there are navigations available. Home button, click on it, I'll go back. Click on this button, I'll come back. Click on the logo, I'll go back. Click on this button, I'll come back. You can do a lot of different filtering and other things here. Slicers and filters are all available for you to go and work on. Okay, this is how I want you to go and look at these details. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Yes, please. Deepak, I see you unmuted, but I can't hear you if you're speaking. Maybe some issues with your microphone. Just check your microphone settings. I see your mic unmuted, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, hi Ambrish.
Yes, Deepak. Yeah.
Mm, Wherever you have to load the data for Excel to Power BI, when
Mhm.
go for use for transform and load. What is the when we have to go for transform and when we have go for the load?
Okay. See, when your data is nice and clean, when we loaded the orders table, it was coming in neat, nicely, right? So every column, every data, you are seeing that it is all nicely coming in. So you just load the data. So when there is no issue with your data in the preview, let me just show you this one more time. Okay. Let me just go to this one here, say get data. And I'm just connecting to my Excel workbook. I'm just saying connect. Okay. So when I load my data from my data source, have a look. So auto stable. Okay. The preview just looks good, right? It looks just fantastic. So order ID looks like and makes sense. Ship date, order date, everything makes sense. So the data is nice and neat. And this is when you go with load. So when I check this box, I will load the data. That's it. So the data is looking good. So I'll go load the data. But if the data is not looking good, for example, the people sheet was not fine. This had issues with the headers. We were to fix this headers and then load it. So when the headers are not proper, when there is a discrepancy with the data, when your data is not looking good, that's when you take that one extra leap of transforming the data and then loading the data. Okay, that's when we do it. Yeah, hope that clarifies. Any
Yes,
question?
sir. Yes,
Yes.
Ambrish.
Yes. Good, good. Anything else, guys? Anyone? It need not be relevant to this topic. You can ask any questions. You have issues or you have troubles understanding about the interview process. You want to understand about, what is the different things that you want to know. It's all there. Just ask those questions. I can answer those questions. And by the way, we'll have our resume preparation session at the end of this entire course. We'll have I'll show you how to go and apply for jobs through LinkedIn the right way, because that's going to be nice and easier and straightforward way. You're going to contact your recruiters directly. You'll just go and send them your resume. That's the tips and tricks that I'll go and share at the end of these courses. We'll do a lot of projects. So those are all coming up. We'll have a lot of hands-on. We'll have a lot of, I would rather say assignments or hands-on, and this is all going to be there. So it's going to be a fully completely power packed sessions, as well as assignments, as well as projects. And there's going to be those help and other things that you need, like resume preparation sessions and other things coming your way. Those are all part of this course. You get that. Okay. There's one more complimentary SQL Server Oracle SQL course available to you. It's a recorded session that you can go and parallelly watch. My team is going to let you know about it. But that's all this entire course is all about. This is how we have it. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll turn it back to you, Karthik. Yes, Devi.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
First of all, happy Teachers' Day, sir.
Happy Teachers Day. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Sir, can we have live on in the data analyst in future, sir?
In the sense, come back again. Can we have what? Sorry.
After this AI, can we have live in data analyst, sir?
Right, right. So you can take that career. See, data analyst role involves couple of tools. You just don't require Power BI. With along with Power BI, you need a SQL based, some sort of an SQL based knowledge. It can be Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, whatever that is. You need an SQL base plus Excel. These are the three tools I would say most data analysts use. There are other tools based on the company's requirement. They use Python, they use R programming, whatever that is. These are some data manipulation tool. But for visualization, they'll come to Power BI or Tableau or other tools are there. But I would say Power BI, SQL, and Excel is the best combination. You can go with that. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Power BI developer versus data analyst. So Power BI, see, Power BI is just a tool for data visualization. It's one of the tools that you use. Okay, that's what you do. And data analyst is more of a role or responsibility that you go and take up. It has couple of different skill sets that you need. Like I said, you may want to go and work on a lot of different things. But Power BI, Excel, SQL Server, these are the three main skill sets that you go and work on, or the tools or other things that you work on. Plus, there are other companies, like I said, just the same answer. There is going to be Python and R being used in a lot of data manipulation side of it. You can very well use those things as well. Okay. Uh, what are the list of prerequisites and skills to learn to become Power BI and data analyst? You just need to understand See, if you want to learn Power BI, this can be learned independently as well. It does not have a dependency, but I would rather say have some SQL knowledge plus an Excel knowledge would work. If you have worked on Excel, if you have written a simple formula, have you ever seen or written a simple formula like this? Sum of, let's say there is some value from A1 till A5. You need such knowledge, understanding. That's it. So there is no prerequisite, I would say. This tool can be learned independently as well. You can learn it separate. So let's say someone graduating is just taking up RBI. This is going to be a great tool for them. Okay. But I would say add-ons are going to be like if you have SQL knowledge, that's going to be an add-on because let's say you go and work for top-notch companies. I'm just going to consider some companies here. Let's look at it. Let's say Amazon. Imagine their volume of data, right? Imagine how much transaction happens on every single day basis. You cannot store all of that in a file. Will your Excel file be able to store all of that? No. So what I'm talking about here is they will obviously use databases. And in order to query the database, in order to talk to the database, you need an SQL knowledge. So that's becoming a mandatory thing when you go and kind of get into a job. That becomes a mandatory thing. But to learn Power BI, you don't need that knowledge. This can be learned separately. This is a different tool. This works with user interface, graphical user interface. It's a simple environment here, setup here. But that is it. But you may need some knowledge on this formula languages. So if you have Excel knowledge, that would be great. So these are the things. I'm not calling that as a prerequisite. I'm calling that as a small understanding that you need before you can learn all of this. But when you get into a project, SQL is going to be mandatory. You need to go and have some Excel basic so that you can take some data, pivot it, do some manipulation, test your results there, and also validate it in the reporting environment here. A lot of things like that goes on. You want to do some comparison, and doing all of that is where you need Excel, and the Excel formulas are going to be converted into some DAX formulas here, and that's how I want you to look at it. So this understanding DAX with this formula becomes easier than just doing that right away, okay, or straightforward getting into DAX. What is a list of, okay, I've just answered that. So any other questions, guys? All right, so see, this tool can be taken up independently, individually as well. You can just learn Power BI, that's more than enough. But along with this, we have this complimentary course coming in. My team is going to explain about it. They'll give you the SQL Server recordings as well, and you can go through that. That's a self-paced video, but this is going to be a live instructor-led session. So that's how it is. Okay, I don't see any questions coming. Karthik, over to you if you want to take over. Yeah.
Yes, Ambarishan, I'm here.
Yeah. All right. I'll stop sharing.
Hello everyone, this is Karthik back again. Sorry. So I said you in the initial of the session, right? Today we have some special offer is available for this program, right? So I'll just like help you with the program details first of all. Okay, just go to the courses and Power BI trainings. In this page, you're going to get the complete information about the Power BI. Okay, so today is a batch starting day, and from Monday, like we'll be having the first 2 weeks. I'll just give the complete schedule. Just give me a second. Yes. Yeah. So this Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst program, this course duration is 35 to 40 days. Okay, 35 to 40 days. Weekly 5 days. Saturday and Sunday is holiday. And daily we have 2 sessions, morning and evening. The morning session timings are 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. And the evening batch timings are 9:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. IST. Whatever the content we are going to deliver in the morning session, the same content again we are going to deliver in the evening session as well. Okay. Parallelly, we are delivering the morning and evening 2 live sessions, completely live sessions. Got it? So even if you miss the morning class, you can join the evening session. If you know that you are going to miss today evening session, you can join today morning and you can complete it as well. Okay. This is how We are going to help you with the complete information here. And so this is the one of the beautiful options you're going to get from Raj Cloud Technologies. So where you cannot get from anyone. No one is going to give you the chance to join the same session again in the same day. They might be allowing you to the next batch. You should wait for the next batch, right? But here, suppose today today morning you have joined the class, you find that today's session was a bit difficulty or a bit tricky. So you can join again today evening in the live again, and you can practice well. So and you can ask your questions like whatever you have, and you can clear it as well. Okay, so this is the beautiful option that we are providing from Raj Cloud Technologies. So utilize this opportunity, join the program for this Microsoft Power BI data analyst training, and get skilled here. Still, do you have any questions from your end, please? And let me just like tell you about the offer as well. I'll just like show you our website itself. Give me a moment. Yes, here you can see flat 15% offer on all our trainings. So this is applicable for Power BI as well. So today, if you whoever is going to enroll today, you are going to get 15% flat discount on the course price. So the course price is 15,000 rupees. Okay, the course price is 15,000 rupees. 14,999 is the course price. So you are going to get a discount of 15%. That is 3,000 rupees. So sorry, just give me a second. Sorry, you are going to get 2,250 rupees as a discount, and your course price will be just 12,750 rupees only. Your course price is just 12,750 rupees only. If you want to enroll for the morning batch, you can enroll for the morning batch. If you want to go for the evening batch, you can enroll for the evening batch. Okay, even if you enroll for only one batch, if you want to attend both the two batches, morning and evening also, yes, it is possible. No need to worry about that. Got it? So still have any questions from anyone?
Hi, Karthik. I see a question on the chat box. Let me just take that up.
Please,
So, yeah. So, Navya, you're just asking what are the skills required. So, yeah, I'll just kind of give you an idea. So, SQL basic knowledge is enough. I would say if you can just learn the select query alone, that is more than enough. Okay, what we do with the select query is you go and query the database. When you query the database, you're looking at and narrowing down your search results. And that search result is what has to be validated against your report. Okay, so SQL Server basic is enough. I don't want you to, if you're not really into it, I don't want you to learn something like creating a table, dropping a table, deleting all of those different columns and rows. You don't have to understand all of that. You're just going to work on select query alone. And if you can focus on that, that's more than enough. That's the one thing that you require. Okay. So SQL part, just the select query, that's very basic and very simple. You can learn that. Power BI server or servers and desktop. Yes, you need it. Power BI desktop is where we build the report and then we go and publish that to Power BI service. So both of that will be covered in this course. And you have to know those parts. I mean, you don't have to understand too many things on the server side. It's just about publishing and how to share this report with your users. Those part of it is more than enough. That's what everyone does on a daily basis. Okay. Tableau is not required. It's a separate tool. It will have a different learning curve. You'll have to again spend 30, 40 hours of training for that and also take a separate track for that. I would not recommend Tableau for now. Power BI is more than enough. But as you progress, when you learn Power BI and if you have started working on Power BI, look at Tableau as well. The learning will be much easier when you learn one tool, and when you look at other tool, the learning would be much easier. You can compare it better and you can do that. That's how I would like to go about Tableau. Microsoft Excel basic is enough. Yes, some basic functions are enough, like sum function, count, min, max, VLOOKUP function. And there are some functions like some text functions, left, right, trim, ltrim, rtrim, whatever that is. You can use all of that from Excel. Okay, that's the same knowledge that we will incorporate in Power BI as well. Power BI will have different functions, but we will just understand from that knowledge, we will be able to go ahead and work on those different functions. DAX is again mandatory. Without DAX, you won't be able to do it. DAX is more of a formula based language. Okay, that is what we have. So you have to learn it. It's part of Power BI. Okay. Python is not required. That's not mandatory. I would just ignore it. Data modeling knowledge will come when you go and take this course. I'm going to talk about data modeling as well. So data modeling, Power BI service, as well as DAX, all of these are part of Power BI. So we'll learn all of this as part of this course. SQL basic, I told you. Tableau not required, Python not required. So that's the whole summary of your questions. Okay. Yeah. Just let me know if you have any other questions. Yeah. Over to you, Karthik. Sorry for that. I think you're on mute, Karthik. You're speaking on mute.
Yeah, I hope like we have cleared all your queries, right? So still you have any queries, you can ask me, please.
Hey Karthik, what is the regular time for this class?
So I said you right, like there are two batches are available, morning and evening. The morning batch timings are 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. Okay, and the
Okay.
evening batch timings are 9:30
9 p.m.
p.m. to 11 p.m. IST.
Okay, on website you are showing 9 p.m.
Yeah, like 9:30, like it was changed. Earlier it was 9 p.m. itself, the last batch. Okay,
Okay,
but from the last batch itself, like we have done this for 9:30 actually.
all right.
Yeah. Still any doubts for anyone? So I hope like we have cleared all your queries now. So if you want to enroll to the program, you can just contact us on these numbers. Okay, 8105296858. And today is the last day. Today is the final day for this 15% flat discount. Okay. So like whoever want to enroll for this program, so complete your registration today and get the Oracle SQL classes. We are going to provide you a complimentary course actually here. The complimentary course name is Oracle SQL. Okay, so in this Oracle SQL, you are going to get 10 classes videos. So spend this weekend and complete these 10 classes. So Saturday and Sunday is like more than enough to complete these 10 classes. 15 hours of content will be given to you. From the complete basics, the content will be like what is data? Okay, so how to create tables, how to insert rows. Okay, so each and everything like we have provided here in these videos. So just like try to spend your this weekend and complete these Oracle SQL classes and start the Power BI classes from Monday. Got it? Yes. I'll just like show you how the classes will be and how we are providing the recordings as well. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'll just show you how we are sharing the recordings with the people and one sec. Yeah. So just go to rajinformatica.com and I'm just like showing you whoever already enrolled for this program. You can just like follow the same procedure. Click on sign up with Google. Click on sign up with Google. Okay, so here in this page, don't use this email ID or password section. Always use sign in with Google. Got it? Always use sign in with Google. Click on sign in with Google. It will take you to the Google login page. Okay, so these many mail IDs I have logged in here. Okay, but I just like want to log in with this mail ID. If you haven't logged in here, it will just like ask your email ID and your email ID password. Okay, once you logged in, you can able to see in this enrolled courses. Okay, like this. As I am the admin, I have all the courses here, but you will be having only one course like Power BI. Okay, so batch 8 was completed. You are the batch 9 people, so you can see batch 9 here in your enrolled courses. Once you click on the course, Once you click on the course, you can see start learning and complete learning. Click on start learning. Click on start learning. Okay, here you can see 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 25. Okay, the projects, assignments, general documents, everything you can see here. Okay, 1 to 10. What are the sessions are available? All the sessions you can see here. Sorry, your batch number is 8 actually. I'll just show you the batch number 7 videos so that you'll get a clear idea. In the batch number 8, we have added the first 10 classes videos to you. Whoever is already enrolled for this batch 8, you can able to access the first 10 classes videos of previous batch and you can practice as well. Got it? Yes. Okay, so here is a batch 7. Just click on batch 7. Just click on batch 7. Click on start learning. Click on start learning. You can see here session 1 to 10. All the sessions are renamed like this because like whenever you have an interview, if you just like wanna recall that particular topic, you can just click on the session and you can go ahead. Okay, I'm just like selecting this session number 5. You can see here the right side the video is playing. Below the video itself there is a material, lesson 5 material. Just click on download. It will redirect it to the page where you have the complete material. This is a session number 5 drive link. Okay, you can download the material. You have option to download the material. You cannot download the video, but you can download the material. Okay, see, this is how we do. And in the same way, we will be providing you the capstone projects. Okay, you can see the capstone projects, assignments, general documents, everything you can see here. Capstone project 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 projects like we have done till now. And assignments, you can see we have done 6 assignments till now. Okay, this is how we are going to help you with a complete real-time knowledge and real-time experience. Okay, even if you want to showcase your experience like a 3 to 4 years relevant experience also, yes, definitely you can showcase.
Yeah, I don't have access to batch 7 videos.
Sorry,
I don't have access to the batch 7.
Mayu, like you already enrolled person?
Yeah, I already enrolled for batch 8.
Yeah, you can see batch 8 actually. This is the batch 7. I'm just showing you. Like once
Okay.
your batch is started, okay, you can see the you can even in your batch 8 access, you can see the first 10 classes, but they are not renamed because they are the previous batch recordings, right? That is the reason why we haven't renamed yet. What we do is after completion of first session, we will add the first session there. We'll replace the first session. Whatever the existing previous batch video is there, that video will be replaced with today's session. Today's session number 1. So tomorrow we're going to have session number 2. Session number 2 will replace here again. 3 will replace here again. Whenever we complete that class, okay, so right after that class, the video is going to be replaced here. Okay, this is how it will work.
Okay.
And whoever enrolled already, please complete. If you have a good Oracle knowledge, that is fine. Okay, so if not, please complete the Oracle classes before Monday, because from Monday we'll be going with the complete schedule for this Power BI. Got it? Yeah. So if you still have any questions from anyone, you can ask me. Otherwise, like we can wind up the meeting. So I see no questions in the chat or no one is asking the questions. I hope like everyone have cleared your questions and session was really good today. Okay. So at the end of the session, I just like want to make you one thing very clear. Today's session we are going to upload here in this YouTube channel. Okay. So to just subscribe the YouTube channel so that you can get the recording as well. Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you'll get today's session recording as well. Okay, our YouTube channel is Raj Informatica Real Time Hands-on Job-Based Training. 36K subscribers we have till now. Okay, in this page, in this channel, we are going to upload your video. Okay, so that like we are going to upload today's video so that like you can access it from here directly. Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much for joining the session today. Thank you, Ambarishan garu. Happy weekend.
Thanks everyone. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.